best to accommodate you, and you should know that we're booked several weeks out, so if you have family coming in or what have you, it's a good idea to call ahead. Well, you know, all of those records that you have down in your basement, strange records by groups like the Chipmunks, for example.
I have Alvin and the Chipmunks. I got to say, I still listen to it.
So do I. It's probably worth a fortune. These are records that you listened to maybe once or maybe 30,000 times, but it was all 30 years ago.
Well, there's a growing interest in this discarded music, and our out-and-about reporter, Bill Husted, is all ears on the subject. Bill.
Bill, nice to have you. Here, look, great.
Mark approves of this tie today. Well, this music is played on exclusively on Thursday nights at this bar called the Lion's Lair. It's at Colfax and Race, which is in Capitol Hill. Pretty rough neighborhood. And this guy sets up and plays these records, and his favorites and mine are sort of records like celebrities singing, sort of odd celebrities singing songs, like Nancy Walker sings, I Hate Men. Jack Palance sings ballads. Morton Downey Jr. is singing ballads. But people say that they really like this music because it's funny and it brings back strong, if not always pleasant memories. But you like it or you hate it. You'll agree on one thing. This is really weird. Remember the Wishnicks? The Shags? Mrs. Miller? Well, Boyd Rice does. And every Thursday night at the Lion's Lair Lounge on East Colfax, he plays these hits and misses from decades past.
Everybody's going for those kinky boots, kinky boots.
Some of it's easy listening, some of it's sort of monster go-go music, some of it's outer space easy listening.
He calls this low-tech record show In Sounds from Way Out. In a corner of the bar, he spins the antique LPs on a discarded record player, picking strange songs from his stash, a product of years of collecting.
When I was a kid, we were traveling across the country and I heard I Sold My Heart to the Junk Man on the jukebox, and it really grabbed me.
And what are his favorite records from the archives?
Jack Palance.
What does he sing on that?
He sings, there's one song he wrote called The Meanest Man That Ever Lived. Nancy Walker, her first and last record called I Hate Men. It's Mexican bands from the 60s singing British kind of hit rock and roll songs, and they do it phonetically, so sometimes they're singing things that aren't even words.
Mrs. Miller is the most requested artist from his repertoire.
Sang in this operatic style. She would gargle with ice cubes before singing, and I'll play you some of this a little later. I mean, it has to be heard to be appreciated.
Now, if these are the best records he plays, what are the worst?
I don't have any bad records. These are all great songs. This is great music.
Of course, this is all fabulous music. But does he ever play songs that people don't like?
Well, say, I love this song, but could you play it at the real speed?
Does any of this music drive people crazy?
This is the most controversial record I play. It's the Wishnicks sing-along record. And people have actually come and complained, said this gave them nightmares.
I know she's lonely, and that she must be.
Still, a crowd always shows up to hear these tunes.
Oh, I've been listening to music like this for my whole life.
Now, you might notice that while this music is playing, the TV is showing 9 News with the sound off. Talk about closed captioning. Boyd Rice continues to collect these vinyl gems, but he knows that others are catching on. Soon, perhaps too soon, these classic discs may be gone from thrift stores and garage sales. What then?
And recently I've started collecting 8-tracks. You can get everything on 8-track. Nobody wants it. They're at every thrift store. They're there, but they're ignored. And I've just been collecting them for about a week, and I've got unbelievable stuff. Donnie Marie Going Coconuts.
And so the In Sounds from Way Out spin on every Thursday. Boyd at the controls, listeners at the bar, 9 on the tube. Mrs. Miller lives. Long live the Wishnicks.
Mommy, where is my wishnick? I lost my wishnick. Wherever can she be?
That's your favorite, right?
Well, I was there last Thursday, and I haven't been able to get that Wishnick song out of my brain since. Mommy, where is my wish? I'm walking around singing it. You can't. He does this every Thursday night from 9 to 1 o'clock, and what's great about it is that he's collecting what no one else wants.
But someday will, of course.
Well, maybe. I mean, he thinks it's going to catch on wildly. I don't know. These things cost between about 25 cents or $1, at thrift stores.
The whole album?
Yeah, the whole album,
Is it a buck?
How much do you think if you're selling a Chipmunk, a Wishnick album at your garage sale, what do you expect to get for it? You're not gonna, a Wishnick is a troll, one of those little trolls that are coming back.
With like the hair.
They're popular now.
Is that what that is?
Those are Wishnicks. Wishnicks.
Oh, how sad. I'm going to go home. My kids are going, Mom. It's horrible.
Our little Wishnick, Bill Husted. Thank you, Bill.
Right.
Thank you.